Oop.
Hello. The darkness sets in.
There we go. That's better. Anyway, go ahead.
It's Transformation Thursday. Denise never remembers the name of it.
No, I just thought you were going to do more talking.
Because she did all the talking last week.
First we talk about our weight loss, because that's the minor part of this video.
That is the minor part. I stayed the same, which to me was a victory, because I really wasn't the best. So I was happy to stay the same.
And I went to my weigh-in today, and sadly, I gained 1.2 pounds, which did not surprise me at all, because I have not been getting my walking in. But, okay. And I really wasn't thrown by it, actually, because when you know it's coming, it's a little easier to take. Okay.
That's true.
I knew it. The lady, when you get on the scale, she says, how was your week? I gained. She goes, but aside from that, how was your week? I go, well, the fact that I gained, this lady's older. She's funny. I always go to her. But anyway.
Well, mine kind of hit me when I went to church on Sunday. We have a new, I don't know what they call them, just before they become a priest.
They're not a deacon.
They're not a deacon.
They're in training. What are they called?
Seminar. Seminarian.
Seminarian. Seminar, no.
Seminarian.
Yes.
It's a seminarian attending a seminar. But anyway, he's going to become a priest, I think, within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So he's at our parish now, learning the ropes, as they say. But, and I was kind of glad because
Sadly,
because Father John was the one that said the Mass, and we have a hard time understanding him. So every time I see him, I kind of get a little deflated because. But then I didn't notice that he had it written in the bulletin, usually, which he does. And I did notice that starting next Sunday, the deacons are going to be doing at his masses, are going to be doing the sermons.
He's probably had some complaints, which you'd hate to think anybody would complain to a priest, but you know what?
He's very, very hard to understand.
Unbelievably hard to understand. So I just check out, which is terrible, and then I start people watching, which is terrible, more terrible. How is it? Worse. It's worse. Because I know I'm not going to catch what he's saying, and my kids, they hate when they go.
Because the Mass itself, you know the prayers, you can follow along. Yeah. It's just that when you have to sit down and just listen to him, which is only for 10 minutes.
I know, but it's a long
10 minutes. When you can't understand him, that makes it harder.
Anyway, go ahead.
But he's a nice man. He's very nice. Yeah. But anyway, he was talking, the seminarian, was talking about when you have to really think really hard I wrote it down because I wanted to remember it. But he said, thinking back to hard times in your life when you really thought God wasn't answering your prayers, he was not only listening, but he was hearing. And I think that it all related back to my son Dan's favorite artist of all time. I mean, if you ever met him, he would die on the spot, is Garth Brooks. But he had a song which was unanswered prayers, and I kind of when I got home, I listened to the song and kind of related to the sermon. And, and if I really do look back, sometimes God doesn't answer your prayers that you think you need. And he answers the prayers that he thinks that you do really need. So it's not like he's not listening. And so I got to thinking that maybe I'm just praying for the wrong things. And so I know that he's listening to me. Sometimes I don't make that very clear, and people think I'm being like he doesn't, like, oh, Sandy's down there on earth, leave her alone. And I know that's not true. But I do believe that he's only going to answer the prayers that are going to be beneficial to you. It's not like he's going to ignore the other prayers, but he's going to divert you into another way to see that really your prayers are answered, if not for that particular, I don't know if I'm making sense, for that particular request that you're making. So, like in the song, if you've never heard the song, it's just basically about a young man that was going out with somebody in high school, and he just, he kept praying to God that they would get married and they would be together. And God didn't answer that prayer, but instead gave him someone else. He fell in love with him. And then when they went back in time and he went to the dance and he saw this girl like at a class reunion, he realized that God did answer his prayers, just not the way he thought he wanted him to answer it. So I've been really dwelling on that this week and thinking, and I think that's why I've been in such a good mood. I mean, I've really been in a good mood. I'm kind of down today. I had a little thing going on, but but I'm working my way back up, because I was way up there, and then about 2 hours ago I was way down here, but now I'm working my way back up. So it's just a process. But so I just kind of put my little classical music on and sat in the chair and just reflecting and that. So And that's just that's where I am in my journey with God, and I know He's going to be with me. So, and you know, I love quotes. I have a quote of the day that comes on my email, and this quote I thought was appropriate, and it's, faith is taking that first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And I have to agree with that. I don't see the whole staircase sometimes, but you know, you have to have faith and take that first step, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing this week. I'm taking that first step. So that's my testimonial, or whatever you want to call it. Testimony. That's me. As long as I don't have to say that awful word.
Hinges.
Yeah, that one.
Get that in here yet, huh? Oh, anyway, for my week, I've actually really enjoyed having a moment in the morning. It's more than a moment. And I do a Bible study now, which growing up a Catholic, we just never really did. Obviously, they talked about, and we have readings, you know, in church, but it was never something that was like, you know, to be studied and to figure out how that relates to life now, or your life at that time. And so I just really have been enjoying it, the Jesus Calling book, and I got the companion guide to it, so it doesn't follow the day that is today, you know, which is what I thought I was going to be doing. It tells you what day to go, and it gives you like what the topic is. And so, and that reflections, you know, binder that has the prayer card, and there's 3 sections to it. So I kind of follow along with that. And I would be just so amazed that the things that come up as a topic are so relatable today. And it's like, you know, how do they know that? How does he know that? I don't know. And I just feel like doing that and taking the time in the morning, which adjusts my whole day, and I have to still work that out, because it's not, I haven't worked that out yet. I haven't balanced the rest of my day, giving myself that time in the morning, which I find very important, and it just put me in a much better mood. And you wouldn't know that by the weight gain. I mean, it doesn't really equate to that this week, but it's not because of like I was binge eating or something. It's just like I haven't. Again, the balance of getting the walking in. I have to figure out all these, there's a lot of important things in life to balance, but anyway, and I just feel like having done that, and then also writing down a prayer request and writing specifically for that prayer, I have found it really helps me set my mind in a much better perspective right from the get-go. And so even Sandy had mentioned that she can see that I'm in a better mood. Not that I was in a bad mood, because I had been before.
Yeah.
But
don't point at me.
No, I mean like in time, before time. She always thinks it's about her.
It is. It's all about me.
So now I just feel like I'm in a better place, and I just have to still work on this, and that's what I'm praying about as one of my prayers, is like to figure out a good balance of my life, because I find too many things I think are important that aren't important, and I really do only have so much time in the day. And then I have my family, and they're very important. So it's not all about me, and if it was, that'd be a whole other story. But I have to shift a lot, and I have to figure it out. But I just feel like I've been in a better mood and in a good state of mind, and I know that that's the reason. And so I just feel like that was something that I needed to do, and that's what I found through this group. And I think it's really helpful. And I was talking to my husband about it, and he was, you know, Gary was like, oh, tell me what you read, you know. So he wants to hear too, so I can get a little in there and share that with him. So not that I want anybody to read my prayers, because it's very personal, but it's written in there for me to see. And I'd have to look back and soon. And it's just amazing to me how it relates to today. No matter what that reading is, it's how I can pull that into like, yeah, something happening now. So I think we're on our journey.
Yes, we are.
I do feel like we're really in a better spot, and we're in a better frame of mind.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
I
would like to thank you for having us come onto this, because it really has changed. Most definitely,
it is transforming us. I do feel like it is, and you know, we'll get successful again. We haven't given up, so.
Oh no, by no means.
Then we have to just adjust, make some adjustments along the way.
Level out.
Yes, well, I don't want to level. I kind of want to lose.
Well, I want to lose, but I got to level right now.
Got to level first and then lose? Okay, go for the dive. All right. So anyway, thank you again for watching this. There is a group of ladies that are included in this group, and they'll be listed down below. So please check out their channels and their videos from this week, and I'm sure they'll only be inspiring to you. And
I do want to attribute the quote to Martin Luther King. Oh. That's who did say it. But once again, faith is taking that first step, even when you don't see the staircase.
Which is one of the readings that I did this week was similar to that, in that, you're going to climb a mountain. You just have to do one step at a time. Don't look at the mountain, look at the step in front of you. But anyway, kind of.
That's how I do it when I walk. I never look straight ahead. I always look down because I'm going to fall. I know it.
Okay. So anyway, like this video,
subscribe,
comment,
and share.